with this objective, we're going to solve some problems by writing fractions in simplest form. In other words, we're going to reduce our fractions and hope that that will make our answers clearer, our communication better. For example, this is out of your textbook. It says there are currently 58 national parks in the United States. 2 of these parks are located in the state of Wyoming. What fraction of the United States national parks can be found in Wyoming? Write the answer in simplest form. Okay, the total is 58. There are 58 national parks. How many are we considering? Well, those in Wyoming, which is 2. Although this fraction does express the number of, or the fraction of national parks in Wyoming, it's not in simplest terms. So what could I do to reduce it? Well, those are both even. 2 goes into both of them. 2 goes into itself once. 2 goes into 58 29 times. So in lowest terms, this would be 1/29. 1/29 of the parks are in Wyoming. Let's look at some that you'll be similar to those you'll be looking at in the homework. I'll write these in red so they'll show up. A work shift for an employee at a restaurant consists of 12 hours. What fraction of the employee's work shift is represented by 8 hours? Well, total of 12 hours, we are considering 8. So can I reduce that? What will go into both 8 and 12? The answer is 4. 4 goes into 8 2 times. 4 goes into 12 3 times. This is 2/3. 8 hours is 2/3 of their work shift. All right, next one. There are 12,500 students at a local university. 5,000 of them are male. What fraction are male? Well, that will be 5,000 out of 12,500, which is the fraction, but it needs to be simplified. Well, I could start off by saying I'll divide by 10 and knock out those zeros. I'll divide by 10 and knock out those zeros. So at least partly done. I have 50 over 125 now. Now those look to be divisible by 5. 5 goes into 50 10 times. 5 goes into 125 how many times? Well, it's going to go in there. I keep touching things. 5's going to go in there 25 times. Well, it looks like maybe I can go a little further. 5 still goes into the top 2 times. 5 goes into the bottom 5 times. So, in lowest terms, it is 2/5. Since I divided by 5 here, and I divided by 5 again, that means that if I had divided by 25, I could have gotten to my answer in one step. All right, number 3. 5 states in the country have 4-star hotels. Assume that the country has 50 states. Now, that's a good assumption. What fraction of the states can claim at least one 4-star hotel? Well, let's see. How many have 4-star hotels? Well, the ones we're considering there are only 5 of them that do, out of 50 states. 5 goes into itself once. 5 goes into 50 10 times. 1 out of 10 states has a 4-star hotel. How many states are there without 4-star hotels? Well, it doesn't say what fraction. It says how many. Well, let's see. 5 do out of 50, which means 45 don't. And all I did was subtract. All right, what is the fraction of states without a 4-star hotel? Well, there are 50 states. How many meet our criterion? 45 that don't. Reduce that. 5 goes into the top 9 times. 5 goes into the bottom 10 times. And hopefully that makes sense. that 1/10 do have a 4-star hotel, 9/10 don't. They would add up to be all of them 10/10. All right, number 4. A wall is 24 inches thick. 10 inches is concrete, 5 inches is brick, 9 inches is limestone. What fraction of the wall is concrete? Well, its total thickness is 24. What part is concrete? 10 of its inches. That's the fraction that represents concrete. Can I reduce it? Well, let's see. 2 is a common factor. 2 goes into 10 5 times. 2 goes into 24 12 times. 5/12 is concrete. Number 5. As internet usage grows in the country, more and more state governments are placing services online. 26 out of the total 60 states have websites that allow residents to file their state income tax directly to the state. Okay, I don't know where we're coming up with 60 states, but we'll keep going. Maybe it's a different country. Maybe it's fiction. How many states do not have this type of website? Okay, let's see. I have a total of 60 states. 26 have websites that allow this. If I take the 26 away from that, I'm going to get 34. 26 do, 34 don't. Okay, so how many states do not have this type of website? 34. What fraction do not? That will be 34 out of the total of 60. Can I reduce that? Yes, with 2. 2 goes into 34 17 times. 2 goes into 60 30 times. So you have to make sure that you are dealing with the number in question. So if you're talking about those that do have it, it would have been 26 out of 60. But we were asked about those who don't have it. That was 34 out of 60. All right, last one. Out of every 258 containers of juice bought in a grocery store, 99 are orange juice. What fraction of juice purchased is orange juice? It is 99 out of 258. Well, let's see if I can reduce that. 2 doesn't go into both of those, but what about 3? 2 plus 5 is 7, plus 8 is 15, which is divisible by 3. I'm going to use 3. So you might grab your calculator. 99 divisible by 3 is 33, and 258 divisible by 3 is 86. And I don't think there's anything else I can do, so it would be 33 out of 86. So make sure you're paying attention when you read your question about whether you're talking about something that is yes versus something that is no, to use the right numbers in comparison.